In today's class, we're going to go over algebraic process. What do we mean by algebra in mathematics? Algebra is the aspect of mathematics that involves both letters and numbers, or letters only. That means that before we can call an expression an algebraic expression, before we can say that this is an algebraic expression, that expression must have either both numbers and letters, or letters only. For example, let's say we have please look, pay attention. Let's say we have 3 plus minus root 16 5 plus 4. You can see that this expression an algebraic expression or it is not. This is not an algebraic expression. The reason is because we only have numbers. You can see there is no letter. You understand? For we to call an expression an algebraic expression, it must have both numbers and letter. You understand? Let's look at another example. Is this an algebraic expression or not? Yeah, this is an algebraic expression. And the reason is because we have both letter and numbers. You understand? So you can see an algebraic expression is an expression that contains both numbers and letter, or letters only. Okay, look at example 3. We have 3a plus 4b. This is also an algebraic expression because we have both numbers and letter. You understand? So an expression that contains both numbers and letter, or letters only, is what we call algebraic expression. Okay, look at another example. We have a plus x plus c, or any other thing like that. You can see that this, we only have letters. You understand? So this, though we only have letters, but we have numbers. There is an invisible one in the front of this a, there is an invisible one in the front of this x, there is an invisible one in the front of this as the coefficient of this c. You understand what I'm saying? So that means that this also is an algebraic expression. Do you understand? So an algebraic expression is an expression that contains both letters and numbers, or letters only. Do you understand? Okay, having known what is meant by algebraic expression, let us move to simple equation. Okay, and I want to do something now. Give me more example in the comment box. Okay, give me more example of algebraic expression in the comment box. Now let's move to simple equation. In this case, we are going to be focusing on linear equation, that is simple linear equation. Simple linear equations are expressions whose highest degree of the unknown is 1. Pay attention. Simple linear equation are expression whose highest degree of the unknown is 1. Okay? Now, before we delve into any example, let me give you an example of simple linear equation. For example, let's say we have 3x plus 2 equals to 5. This is a simple linear equation. Do you understand? This is a simple linear equation because the highest degree of the unknown is what? 1. You can see what's the unknown in this equation. The unknown in this expression is what? X. Do you understand? The unknown in this expression is x. Now, the highest power, the exponent of x, the highest exponent of x is what? 1. You understand? X, this is x, the power of x is what? 1. So this is a simple linear equation. If I have something like this, 4x squared plus 2, okay, equals to 10. This is not a simple linear equation. Do you understand? Because the highest power of the unknown, which is x, is what? 2. Abi? So for we to call an equation a simple linear equation, the highest power of the unknown is what? 1. It must be 1. Do you understand? Please pay attention. Okay, so let's delve into work example. We want to look at how to solve simple linear equation. Let's consider the first question. Solve for x in the equation 5 into bracket x minus 7 minus 7x is equals to negative 3 into bracket 4x minus 5. Okay, we are asked to find the value of x in 5 into bracket x minus 7. Okay, let me call this question 1. Okay, x minus 7 minus 7x, please pay attention, equals to negative 3 into bracket 4x minus 5. Okay, now you see anytime you want to solve a question involving bracket, the first step is to open the bracket. Are you paying attention? Use BODMAS. Okay, that is one of the important rules in mathematics. It's also known as the order of operation. Okay, BODMAS means bracket, order, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. That is, anytime you are confronted with maybe you are asked to solve a question that comprises of bracket, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. The first thing that you have to do is what? Solve the bracket first. You understand? Then you follow the order, which are what? After you are done with the bracket, you move to division. You understand? Are you paying attention? Multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so now look at this. We have on the right hand side, of the left hand side of this equation, we have x minus 7. This x we cannot subtract x from 7. You understand? So we are not going to do anything with the bracket now, because we cannot take x away from 7. You understand? And also likewise in this place, we cannot take 4x from we cannot take negative 5 from 4x. You understand? So now the first step is to open the bracket. Okay, the first step is to open the bracket. So for this, I'm going to use the 5 to open this bracket. You understand? And I'm going to use negative 3 to open this bracket. Are you paying attention? So for this, I'm going to have 5 multiplied by x. That will be what? 5x. 5 multiplied by negative 7. That will be what? Negative 35. You see, if you are confronted with something like this, 5 into bracket x, this also means 5 multiplied by x. Okay, 5 multiplied by x, it was 5x. Okay, so if you have 5 into bracket x plus 2, it means use this 5 to multiply all the terms in the bracket. You understand? Peradventure, if you miss our class on algebraic process, you can just check the description of this video. You're going to see a link there. Click on that link to watch the class. Okay, so anytime you have a numbers or any element or terms outside the bracket, that term, if you want to expand this bracket, if you want to open the bracket, you must use the element outside the bracket to multiply all the terms in the bracket. You understand? So peradventure, if I have maybe 4x into bracket x plus 2, if I want to open this bracket, I'm going to have 4x multiplied by x. That will be what? 4x squared. I'm going to have 4x squared. 4x multiplied by 2. That will be what? 8x. You understand? So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, 5 multiplied by x, 5x. 5 multiplied by negative 7. That is what? Negative 35. Okay, now negative 35, because you have to pay attention here. There is sign between this bracket and negative and 7 and 7x rather. That is what? Negative. So I'm not multiplying this by all this bracket. You understand what I'm saying? You only multiply all the terms in the bracket by the element outside the bracket. You understand? Please pay attention. If I have something like this, 5 plus into bracket 2x plus 1, I'm not going to use this 5 to multiply all the terms in the bracket, because there is a sign between this 5 and the bracket. You understand what I'm saying? So pay attention. Okay, so for this, I'm going to have negative 7x equals to, okay, negative 3 multiplied by 4x. That will be what? Negative 12x. Negative 3 multiplied by negative 5. That is what? Positive 15. Okay, let me quickly teach you the rule of sign. Anytime you are multiplying a negative number with a negative number, you are going to get a positive number. Are you paying attention? If you are multiplying a negative number by a negative number, we are going to have a positive number. Do you understand? If you are multiplying a negative number by a positive number, we are going to have a negative number. If you are multiplying a positive number by a negative number, we are going to have a negative number. And if we are multiplying a positive number by a positive number, we are going to have a positive number. You understand? Do you understand? It is very important that you master this, okay? Because you are going to use it in the long run, okay? Positive times positive, we are going to have positive. Now, if we are multiplying two numbers that both has a negative sign, we are going to have a positive number. You understand? Now, if we are multiplying two numbers in which one has a negative sign and another has a positive sign, by the time we take the multiplication, we are going to have a negative number. And so for the other one also, we are going to have a negative number. Okay, so let us proceed. That is why I have negative 3 multiplied by negative 5. 5 times 3 is what? 5 times 3 is 15. Minus times minus, according to this rule, is what? Positive. Do you understand? So I have positive 15. I'm very sure you are clear. Okay, so let us proceed. Now I can collect like terms. Abi, look at the left hand side of this equation. 5x minus 7x. Collecting like terms simply means adding or subtracting the terms that are similar. You understand? Okay, so for this, I'm going to collect like terms. Okay, so I'm going to have 5x minus 7x minus 35 is equals to negative 12x plus 15. Do you understand? So I'm going to move this negative 35, I'm going to move it to the other side of the equation. Then I'm going to move this negative 12x to the left hand side of the equation. Do you understand? This is the LHS, left hand side, and this is the right hand side. Okay, this is the right hand side and this is the left hand side. This side before the equals to sign is what? LHS, and the side after the equals to sign is what? Right hand side. You understand? So now this negative 35 is going to cross the equals to sign, and this negative 12x is also going to cross the equals to sign towards the left hand side. Do you understand? So I'm going to have 5x negative 7x. Now if this negative 12x crosses the equals to sign to the left hand side of the equation, I'm going to have positive 12x is equals to now 15. Now if this negative 35 crosses the equals to sign to the other side of the equation, I'm going to have positive 35. Okay, so for this I'm going to have 5x plus 12x according to the rule of broad math. Don't forget the order of operation. Pay attention. Bracket, division, multiplication, addition. You see, addition comes before subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to first add this and this together before subtracting 7x. Okay, so for this I'm going to have 5x plus 12x, so I'm 17x minus 7x is equals to 15 plus 35, that is 50. So I'm going to have equals to 50. Now 17x negative 7x, that is what? 10x. 10x is equals to 50. Now the next step here is to divide both sides by what? 10. Okay, so I'm going to have this divided by 10 and this divided by 10. So I'm going to have x is equals to what? 5. Okay, this will cancel this. So I'm left with what? 5. X is equals to 5. So that is the solution to the question. In this video, we are going to solve series of questions on simple linear equation involving one variable. Okay, let's start with the first question. If 5x minus 3 is equals to 4x minus 7, what is the value of 6x? Okay, if 5x minus 3, 5x minus 3, 5x minus 3, this is equals to 4x negative 7. We are asked to find 6x. Okay, we cannot determine the value of 6x without knowing the value of x. You understand? Because 6x means 6 multiplied by x. So now let us find the value of x in this expression. Okay, now for 5x minus 3 is equals to 4x minus 7. The first step here is what? Collect like terms. Okay, that is, I'm going to add similar terms in this expression. I'm going to add them together. And if you look, I have 5x here, I have 4x here. So if I move this 4x to the other side of this equation, it's going to have a negative sign. Okay, so I'm going to have 5x negative 4x is equals to 7. Oh, sorry, it's negative 7 now. Negative 7. Negative 7. Now, if this negative 3 crosses the equals to sign to the right hand side of the equation, it's going to change to a positive sign. So I'm going to have positive 3. Okay, so 5x minus 4x, that is what? X. Negative 7 positive 3, that is what? Negative 4. Negative 4. Okay, now having known that the value of x is negative 4, now we can determine the value of 6x. 6x will now be equals to 6 multiplied by negative 4. Okay, now don't forget that in our previous class I told you that if we take the product of a positive number and a negative number, I'm going to have a negative number. You understand? Please pay attention. 6 multiplied by 4 is what? 24, right? 24. Now, positive multiplied by negative, there is an invisible positive here, you understand? This 6 has a positive sign, okay? So positive multiplied by negative, that would be what? Negative, you understand? That is positive multiplied by negative, that's what? Negative. So the answer is negative 24. Do you understand? Okay, question 2. If 6x plus 7 is equals to 4x minus 3, what is the value of 8x minus 4? I want you to pay attention. We cannot find the value of 8x minus 4 without knowing the value of x, okay? So it's similar to the previous question that we solved, okay? I'm very sure you can solve this, okay? Now, the first step here is to collect like terms. We want to find the value of x now, okay? Now, the first step is to collect like terms. I'm going to have 6x. This 4x replaces the equals to sign to the left hand side of the equation. So since it is having a we have a positive sign before, it's going to change to a negative sign. Negative 4x is equals to negative 3. If this 7 crosses the equals to sign to the other side of the equation, is the positive sign is going to change towards negative sign. So I'm going to have negative 7. For this, I'm going to have 6x negative 4x. That would be what? 2x. 2x is equals to negative 3 negative 7. That would be what? Negative 10. Negative 10. I'm very sure you understand. Negative 3 minus 7. That means that, let's say you are owing someone 3 naira, then you are still owing another person 7 naira. How much are you going to get that? That means you are going 10 naira. You understand what I'm saying? So that's it. Negative 3 negative 7. That is what? Negative 10. Now, to get the value of x, we have to divide both sides by what? 2. So for this, I'm going to have all over 2 all over 2. That means x will be equal to negative 5. Now, having known the value of x as negative 5, I can easily substitute negative 5 into this expression to get the value of 8x minus 4. Do you understand? Now, 8x minus 4 will now be equals to 8 into bracket negative 5 minus 4. Do you understand? 8 into bracket x. X is what? Negative 5 minus 4. Do you understand? Now, 8 multiplied by negative 5. What's the answer? Negative 40. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have negative 40, negative 4, which is what? Negative 44. That is the value of 8x minus 4. Do you understand? So this is the correct answer. If you get the answer, clap for yourself. If you didn't, reverse the video and watch it again to listen to the explanation, okay? Let's proceed to the third question. Question 3. Solve the equation 3 into bracket 2x minus 7 equals to 2 into bracket x minus 8. Okay? We are asked to solve the equation 3 into bracket 2x minus 7 is equals to 2 into bracket x minus 8. Now, don't forget the order of operation that I told you in our first class. BODMAS. Okay? Now, check the bracket. Can anything be done to the bracket? There is nothing. So the next step is to open the bracket with the value that is outside the bracket. You understand? Okay? For this, I'm going to have, you see, let me tell you the meaning of what they are supposed to do. We are asked to find the value of x. Do you understand? For this first step is to open the bracket. Okay? 3 multiplied by 2x, that would be what? 6x. 3 multiplied by negative 7, that would be what? Negative 21. Okay? Is equals to 2 multiplied by x, that is what? 2x. 2 multiplied by negative 8, that is what? Negative 16. Do you understand? Okay? So for this, I'm going to have 6x negative 21 is equals to 2x negative 16. The next step here is to collect like terms. Okay? So moving this 2x to the other side of the equation, I'm going to have 6x negative 2x is equals to what? Negative 16. Now, negative 21, if this negative 21 is moved to the right hand side of the equation, the negative sign will change towards positive sign. So I'm going to have positive 21. Okay? 6x negative 22x. What's the answer? That is what? 4x. Negative 16 positive 21. This implies that 21 minus 16. You understand? That is, let's say you owe someone 16 naira. Then you are having at hand 21 naira. If you pay that 16 naira, how much are you going to be left? How much are you going to be left with? That is what? 5 naira. You understand? So 21 minus 16 is what? 5. So for this, I'm going to have this is equals to 5. Okay. The next step here is to divide both sides by what? 4. Okay. So I'm going to have this over 4 and this over 4. X is equals to 5 over 4, or 1 whole number 1 over 4. You understand? That is the value of x. Okay. Question 4. Simplify 3x over 5 plus 2x over 15 is equals to 3 over 5. The question says we should simplify. That means we should find the value of x. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the first step here is that we have to first deal with the left hand side of the equation. You can solve this in two ways. Okay, you just have to multiply through by the LCM. You understand? LCM means lowest common multiples. You understand? Are you paying attention? You just have to multiply all through by the LCM. But another way to deal with this is that let's first deal with the left hand side of the equation. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the left hand side of the equation, we have 3x over 5 plus 2x over 15. The first step here is to take the LCM. Okay, what is the LCM of the denominator? The denominator is the bottom part of the fraction. Okay, the denominator of this is what? 5. The denominator of 2x is what? 15. You understand? So what is the LCM of 15 and 5? LCM simply means lowest common multiple. That is, what is that number that when that can go, that lowest number, you understand, not just ordinary number. Of course, you can choose any number, provided that 15 and 5 can go in that number. But for the sake of simplicity, let's choose the lowest number. Okay, what is the LCM of 5 and 15? The LCM here is 15. You understand? Because that is the lowest number in which can be divisible by both 15 and 5. You understand? So the LCM is 15. The LCM is 15. Now 15 divided by 5, that is what? 3. Okay, 15, which is the LCM, divided by 5, that is 3. 3 multiplied by 3x, that is what? 9x. Okay, 9x. Then this time you put it there. Okay, 15 divided by 15, that is 1. 1 multiplied by 2x, that is what? 2x is equals to what? 3 over 8. Do you understand? If you don't understand, reverse the video again. I'm very sure you know how to solve fraction. Okay, when you are given a fraction, maybe two fraction, and you're asked to solve it, the first step is to take the LCM. The LCM of 5 and 15 is what? 15, because that is the number which can be divisible by both 5 and 15. You understand? And I told you the meaning of LCM. LCM simply means the lowest common multiples. Okay, so now, having gotten to this point, we can collect like terms. Okay, we can add this and this together. 9x plus 2x, that is what? 11x. So I'm going to have 11x all over 15 is equals to 3 over 8. You understand? Now the next step here is to cross multiply. Okay, we are going to take the cross product of both fractions. Now if we take the cross product, this 8 will multiply 11x and 15 will multiply 3. You understand? So I'm going to have 11x multiplied by 8 is equals to 3 multiplied by 15. Okay, 11x multiplied by 8 is what? 88x, and 3 multiplied by 15 is what? 45. Okay, don't forget that the aim is to determine the value of x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 88. So for this, I'm going to have divide by 88 and also 45 all over 88. So x is equals to 45 over 88. Do you understand? That is the value of x. Now, let's say the question is not changed. That is, the denominator of here, we change this to 5. I want you to attempt the question now. Okay, attempt the question. Drop your answer in the comment box. Okay, let's say we are now asked to solve this question. The denominator of this 3 is no longer 8. It is now 5. What will be your final answer? Well, let me give you the final answer. The final answer is 9 over 11. X will be equals to 9 over 11. Okay, x will be equals to 9 over 11. If you got the answer right, you are correct. If you didn't get this, you are wrong. Okay, so in today's class, we're going to solve series of questions on simple linear equation. Okay, let's start with the first question. Find the value of t for which 1 over 3 t plus 5 is equals to 1 over 4 into bracket 5t minus 2. Okay, we are asked to determine the value of t for which 1 over 3 into bracket t plus 5 is equals to 1 over 4 into bracket 5t minus 2. Okay, now please, I want you to pay attention. You see, if you have something like this, 1 over 4 into bracket x plus 1, this is also the same thing as 1 over 4 multiplied by x plus 1. See, this x plus 1 will be multiplying the numerator. Do you understand? So for this, I'm going to have x plus 1 all over 4. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, now we have 1 over 3 into bracket t plus 5. That means that this t plus 5 will be multiplying the numerator. The numerator here is what? 1. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 1 over 3 multiplied by t plus 5. Okay, is equals to 1 over 4 multiplied by 5t negative 2. Okay, now for this, I'm going to have t plus 5 all over 3 is equals to 5t negative 2 all over 4. Is that not it? Now we have the equals to sign between this between two fractions. What we do, we are going to take the cross product. Okay, so for this, I'm going to have this 3 will multiply this 5t minus 2, and this t plus 5 will multiply the 4. Okay, so for this, I'm going to have 4 into bracket t plus 5, you understand, is equals to 3 into bracket 5t negative 2. Do you understand? Okay, now I'm going to open the bracket by the left hand side of the equation. I'm going to open it by 4, and the bracket of the right hand side of this equation, I'm going to open it by 3. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 4 multiplied by t is what? 40, and 4 multiplied by 5 is what? 20, positive 20, is equals to 3 multiplied by 5t, that is 15t, and 3 multiplied by negative 2, that is negative 6. Okay, so the next step here is to what? Collect like terms. You understand? I'm going to add the similar terms in this expression. I'm going to add them together. Okay, so for this, I'm going to have, if this 15t is crossing the equals to sign to the left hand side of the equation, the positive sign is going to change to what? Negative sign. So I'm going to have 40 negative 15t is equals to negative 6. If this positive 20 is crossing the equals to sign to the other side of the equation, because the sign is positive initially, then it's going to change to what? Negative sign. So I'm going to have negative 6, negative 20. Do you understand? Okay, so 40 minus 15t, that will give us negative 11t. Now let's use this analogy. Let's say you are owing someone 15 naira and you are having 4 naira. If you pay the 4 naira, how much are you going to be owing? That means you are going to be owing 11 naira. You understand? That's it. So 40 negative 15t, that will got 11 negative 11t. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have negative 11t is equals to, now we have negative 6 negative 20. Let's say you are owing someone 20 naira, you are owing another person 6 naira. How much are you owing altogether? You are owing what? 26 naira. You understand? That is why we are going to have negative 26. You understand? So I'm going to have here negative 26, because negative 6 negative 20, that is what? Negative 26. So the next step here is to divide both sides by negative 11. You understand? So I'm going to have this over negative 11, this over negative 11. So t will be equals to 26 all over 11. That is the final answer. Do you understand? Okay, let's have the second question. Solve the equation 3b over 9 plus 1 over 2 equals to 3 over 4 plus b over 4. Okay, the aim here is to determine the value of b. Okay, now we are going to take this step by step. Okay, let's start with the left hand side of the equation. Okay, we have 3b over 9 plus 1 all over 2. Let's take the LCM of the left hand side of the equation. The LCM here is what? 18. Okay, that will be the product of 9 and 2. You understand? So the LCM here is 18. 18 divided by 9 is what? 2. 2 multiplied by 3b, that will be what? 6b. So I'm going to have 6b plus 18 divided by 2 is what? 9. 9 multiplied by 1 is what? 9. So I'm going to have 6b plus 9. Do you understand? Is equals to, now for the right hand side of the equation, we are still going to take the LCM. The LCM of the LCM of the denominator is what? 4. You understand? LCM is the lowest common multiples. So the LCM of 4 and 4 is what? 4. That is the lowest number that is divisible by both denominator. That is the LCM, okay? And 4 is this 4 is divisible by both 4. You understand? So 4 divided by 4 is what? 1. 1 multiplied by 3 is what? 3. 4 divided by 4 is what? 4 divided by 4 is what? 1. 1 multiplied by b is what? Plus b. You see, what I did here is that I take the LCM, okay? I take the LCM of both the left hand side and the right hand side. You understand? Okay, now the next step here is to take the cross product. You understand? When you have when the sign between two fractions is equals to sign, we are going to take the cross product. You understand? Okay, so for this I'm going to have this 4 will multiply this, and this 18 will multiply 3 plus b. You understand? So I'm going to have 4 into bracket 6b plus 9 is equals to 18 into bracket 3 plus b. You understand? Okay, open the bracket using this 4. I'm going to have 4 multiplied by 6b. That will give me 24b. Okay, for this I'm going to have 24b plus 9 multiplied by 4. That will give us 36. Okay, so I'm going to have plus 36 is equals to 18 multiplied by 3. That will give us 54. Okay, and 18 multiplied by b, that will give us plus 18b. You understand? Okay, now the next step here is to collect the like terms, that is add the similar terms together. You can see that we have 24b and we have 18b. I'm going to move this 18b from the right hand side of the equation to the left hand side. So I'm going to have 24b, because the sign before this 18b is what? Positive. It's going to change to negative. So I'm going to have negative 18b is equals to 54, and I'm going to move this 36, positive 36, to the right hand side of the equation. So the sign is going to change to negative 36. Now I'm left with what? 24b minus 18b. 24b minus 18b is 6b. So I'm going to have 6b is equals to a 54 minus 36, that is 18. Okay, so for this I'm going to have 18. Do you understand? Now the next step here is to divide both by 6. This over 6 and this over 6. That means that b will be equals to 18 divided by 6 is what? 3. Okay, so b is equals to 3, which is the final answer. Solve the equation 3 all over 3 into bracket x minus 2 is equals to 2 all over 3 into bracket 2 minus x. The goals here is to determine the value of x. Okay, so let us proceed. For this I'm going to have 3 all over 2 into bracket x minus 2 is equals to 2 all over 3 into bracket 2 minus x is equals to 0. We have to find the value of x. Now let's start by opening the bracket. Okay, for the denominator. Okay, so for this I'm going to have 3 all over 2 multiplied by x is what? 2x. 2 multiplied by negative 2, that is what? Negative 4 is equals to 2 all over 3 multiplied by 2 is what? 6. 3 multiplied by negative x is what? Negative 3x. You understand what I'm saying? Is equals to 0. Now the next step here is to take the cross product. You understand? Hello? The next step is to take the cross product. The cross product will now be, this will multiply 2, and 6 minus 3x will multiply what? 3. Okay, so I'm going to have 2 into bracket 2x negative 4 is equals to 3 into bracket 6 minus 3x. Okay, is equals to 0. Now 2 multiplied by 2x, that will be what? 4x. 2 multiplied by negative 4, that is what? Negative 8 is equals to 3 multiplied by 6 is what? 18. 3 multiplied by negative 3x is what? Negative 9x is equals to 0. Now we have gotten to this. Oh, what was wrong? I think something is wrong here. Okay. There is no need of this. There is no need for this. Sorry. There is no equals to 0. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Because we have an equals to sign before. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. There is no equals to sign here. You understand? We have an equals to sign before. You understand what I'm saying? So there is no equals to sign. Okay. Now, the next step here is to collect like terms. Okay, I have 4x here, I have negative 9x here. Since they both ask x, I'm going to add them both together. Okay, so for this I'm going to have 4x. Now if this negative 9x crosses the equals to sign to the left hand side of the equation, it's going to become positive 9x is equals to 18. Now negative 8 is going to cross the equals to sign to the right hand side of this equation. It's going to become what? Positive 8. So I'm going to have positive 8. You understand? Okay, 9x plus 4x. What's the answer? That is what? 13x. So I'm going to have plus 13x is equals to 18 plus 8. That will give us 26. Okay, 18 plus 8 is 26. The next step is to divide both sides by 13. You understand? Because the goal is to determine the value of x. Okay, so this over 13 and 26 over 13, x will be equals to what? 2. That is the final answer. Okay, see you in the next class.